Definitely. Hey, congratulations on your new film, The Long Game.
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it.
I know it is such an inspirational movie that is out today, but we have to hear it from you. Is what initially drew you that you wanted to be part of that project?
It was a true story. It was a story I haven't heard before, and I felt like Hollywood kind of ignores these stories, or they've made of some kind of version of this, and they're like, we already told that story. But for our community, we don't get to see these types of stories, and it was one of those things that it was really hard, a long process to get it made. It was outside of the studio system, and it was just really gratifying. I just feel like we need more films like this for our community, but I think it also transcends that, and it's just a inspiring, hopeful, uplifting film for greater audiences. So I think, yeah, it just kind of hits all those notes, and it's really lovely. It felt cinematic. It has a lot going for it.
Absolutely. It sure does. So tell us about the research that you went into about the true story of the long game. Did you pick up the book or did you do your own research?
Yeah, no, I definitely picked up the book, read the book, had, creative conversations with Javier Chapa, one of the producers. I was also integral in making Julio Quintana, the director, making him do the movie because he was a little reluctant at first because there were some similarities in terms of the last film he did.
Hmm.
So I was like, man, this is something we got to do. It's important. And I had a little window of time and we just made it happen. So yeah, I don't know. I had a great time. I mean, I'm not a great golfer, but I worked with somebody from the PGA, a pro to do just work on mechanics of my swing. And I don't have a lot of free time, and you kind of need some of that to play golf, and consistency is important, and there's no consistency here.
Gosh, you know what? That is surprising to hear for all those years that you've been in Hawaii.
Yeah, I know.
I guess you improved your tennis game. That's what was happening.
No, it was the surf. That's what I did. I improved my surfing. I was like an avid surfer. So if I had 30 minutes, I was like out in the water. Maybe I'll do a surf movie next.
Oh, maybe you should do that. Did you manage to talk to any of the real people from on for this project? Because these people are inspirational even today. And the funny thing is, this didn't happen like too long ago in his own way.
Yeah, no, yes, we had um, one of the guys come actually to the screening that we had at the White House, and it was really beautiful to see and to talk to him and hear about hear his perception, his take on this thing that happened when he was a child. He went on to have a long military career. He served in the Marines and then, retire and kind of move away into a sleepy little town. And then somebody decides to make a movie about him and his friends. And then he ended up at the White House with the screening. And for him, it was really emotional. And you see tears forming in his eyes, looking back on just his life and how I don't know, a certain level of dignity was given to him and his experience. And I think being acknowledged in that way felt really powerful. I think particularly from somebody who served in the military. I think that holds a special place in his heart. So it was really lovely to see.
So, what was the most surprising thing that you learned while on this project for yourself?
Um, I think I don't know. Eh, I'm just always shocked that Hollywood isn't open to making more films like this. Um, uh, specifically for the Latin community, but also just like telling human stories. It's kind of like so obsessed with these like large tentpole movies and massive budgets and inflated, this, that, and the other. And I feel like there's a lot of room for experimentation and going into different lives and stories and different levels of representation. And yeah, I just feel like it's surprising that there's not they don't give more people a shot at making these types of films.
Well, Jay, thank you very much for carrying this conversation for the long game. It is indeed a very uplifting film, and people are going to love it. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Appreciate it.